Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and in this video I'm going to talk about McLaren. Can they win F1 races this year? The British outfit team, just like Williams, have not won a Grand Prix since November 2012. Brazil Interlagos. Jenson Button was the last driver to win for McLaren. Of course, in 2012, Lewis Hamilton had a heartbreaking end to his McLaren career, where he was taken out by Nico Hülkenberg. Realistically, Hamilton, if he was still in the race, I think he would have gone on to won that Grand Prix. But McLaren, can they win races again this year? Of course, like with the Mercedes power unit, I gotta say, realistically, I think podiums is looking more likely than race victories, because obviously, like, Mercedes and Red Bull really are in a league of their own. And I mean, well, look at last season. We did have Gasly winning for AlphaTauri and Perez winning for Racing Point. So if we do get an odds race, then you never know. McLaren could have a chance. Like, they came very close in Monza last season, where Gasly just beat Carlos Sainz to victory, but that was the closest opportunity McLaren had of winning their first Grand Prix since 2012. But definitely with the Mercedes power unit, I'm expecting them to be on the podium much more this season, because the Mercedes power unit is still the best engine on the grid. But I tell you what, the Honda power units and the Red Bull and AlphaTauri are looking very quick. And now Honda power units aren't too far behind Mercedes. And of course Honda are pulling out at the end of the season, so, which is a real shame. But as of McLaren, I'm just absolutely buzzing that they're starting to slowly work their way at the top again. I would love nothing more for them to win the Grand Prix, but I'm going to be realistic and say podiums are more than likely McLaren's target, because just how far ahead Mercedes and Red Bull are. Like Ferrari, I'm not convinced they will win any races again this season, not until the huge regulation reset in 2022. Because we all know last season how terrible the Ferrari was. But honestly, McLaren in the 90s and early 2000s were so dominant when Ron Dennis was in charge. And of course, Adrian Newey, when Hakkinen won the championship, was a McLaren. Of course, a fantastic designer, a Red Bull. You see, this is the thing with Adrian Newey. He designs cars with good chassis, so you have a good power unit, then it is a perfect winning combination, which we're seeing with, like, Red Bull obviously benefiting from this downforce regulation change, and Mercedes and Aston Martin being hurt by being their lower rate cars. So definitely, but just the colours of the McLaren, the silver and that, you know, I'm missing the silver on the McLaren, so at the same time I'm loving the orange and the blue they have on it these days. But the McLarens in the 90s and the early 2000s, that silver and black, oh, how beautiful they looked. And with the Vodafone sponsor as well. But, you know, I would love nothing more for this team to win a Grand Prix this season. I mean, for both McLaren and Williams to go this long without winning a race is absolutely unbelievable. Yes, I know it's hard to win Grand Prix in F1, but really, by now I thought they would have at least won, not so much Williams, but McLaren. Maybe got a shock victory or something, but it hasn't happened yet, which I really wanted to, because this great team, McLaren, even though how much Lewis Hamilton loved the team, he knew they were on the decline, and he knew if he stayed at McLaren, he probably wouldn't win another championship, so that's why he moved to Mercedes. But In the comments down below, let me know, do you think McLaren have any chance of winning a Grand Prix this year? Or are you being realistic, thinking that podiums is more their target? But, yeah, join me tomorrow for more double uploads. Well, I know what it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be the F1 preview and my Manchester United review. Bye-bye.